My dad grew up here in Houston, and he was in Blessed Sacrament Parish. And my mother grew up here in Houston in the old Fifth Ward and was in St. Patrick's Parish. My dad was I think the second child in the Sheltz family. They had an older sister and then himself, and then 3 more sisters and a brother. My mother was the baby of 7 kids. There was my uncle and then 6 girls. My mother's brother was a priest, Msgr Anton Frank, first native born Houstonian, ordained in 1933. And so the priesthood was part of the Frank family from the get-go. My mother and dad were introduced by some friends. One of them became Father Jack Jones, Monsignor Jack Jones, and the other, the lady became Sister Damien of the Incarnate Word of Nuns, and they introduced my mother and father. And so I was always around my uncle. He would come and visit his mother once a week, and so we would always be there having breakfast with him, visiting with him. He started me serving when I was 5 years old. So I was around that. I had the run of the rectory at Annunciation, much to the chagrin of the associates there. But I was always around priests, so it was just natural to see a priest as somebody you knew. And mother and dad always prayed for one of their children to enter into religious life, and they were most encouraging. Dad would take us to, we'd go to Mass on Sunday, and Sunday night we'd go back to Our Lady of Miraculous Medal novena, and on Wednesday we would go to our Mother of Perpetual Help novena. So we were always going to church. We were always encouraged to live our faith. St. Thomas High School, the Basilian Fathers were a great inspiration to me. I learned that they were men. They could laugh. They could tell a joke. They could be holy. They could be serious. They were just good role models and examples. And so as I was, all of the priests I hung around with and saw it, and when I was at Annunciation, my mom, my uncle, my grandmother prayed a rosary every day that one of her grandkids would enter into religious life. I had a grandmother praying, my mother and father praying for the example of these priests. It all helped me to change my mind from wanting to be a Texas Aggie and going to being in the Corps of Cadets to entering in the seminary. And the light on my phone was blinking, which meant I had a message. And I picked it up, and there was this Italian voice saying, "This is the Papal Nuncio. I would like to talk with Monsignor George Sheltz. Please call." No telephone. And about 20 minutes later, he calls back, and he starts out his conversation. "Monsignor Sheltz, the Holy Father has called you to be the Auxiliary Bishop of the Archdiocese of Galveston-Houston. Do you accept?" And I said, very humbly, "I accept." And then he swore me to secrecy. Hi, I'm Bishop-elect George Sheltz. I have just been called to the Order of Bishops. It is a great privilege to have been called, but a frightening thought of all that is ahead for me. I kindly ask for your prayers and your support as I enter into this new phase of my priesthood. I look forward to it, and I look forward to serving you, the people of God, in the Archdiocese of Galveston-Houston. It's been a privilege to be a priest, a pastor, a chancellor, a vicar general, a moderator of the Curia, and now to be an auxiliary bishop in this beautiful diocese. Please pray for me, and God bless.